Hi, my name is Grant Watty, and just like you and so many others, especially in their 30s, 40s and 50s, at times I found myself really struggling to create a life that really works for me. And so if you've ever felt like you've tried it all and nothing works, then you're not alone. I know exactly what you're going through, and so I found a process that really transformed my life and led to my current life work to help others with these same challenges. And that's what I want to share with you. But before I do, let me tell you my story. Okay, so in my previous career, I ran a professional photography business with my partner Christine for over 20 years. And, we were doing really great. However, one day I snapped my Achilles tendon while I was playing squash. I was laid up on a couch for 3 months and the business really suffered. And so that got me thinking about what I really wanted to do with my life. I was unsatisfied and so was Christine, and things really had to change. So I was at a barbecue and I met a couple. They were a coach and a counsellor, and so we had this really deep and meaningful conversation, as you do. And in that chat, it became crystal clear to me what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. So over the next 5 years, I trained as a counsellor, as a coach, a leadership consultant, trained with some of the best in the world, and worked with many diverse groups, including royalty and heads of state and CEOs and some of the most disadvantaged and broken people in the world. So why am I telling you all of this? Well, in every case, people wanted one thing: to be happy and satisfied with their life, whether at home, at work, in their relationships, in their careers. And in all my work, I became really curious to the question, how do people transform their lives to be happier and satisfied? And I've dedicated my life to finding the answer to this question, studying philosophy and all the leadership gurus and latest brain science and human development and behavior and programs on transformation. And I knew most of the theory, but here's the thing. One day, I started getting these panic attacks. In fact, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. This isn't good. Here I am, trying to teach my clients about stress and anxiety, yet the more I tried to stop it, the more it persisted. So I tried everything from positive thoughts and breathing and meditation. And then a friend of mine came along, an Argentinian psychiatrist, Dr. Carlos Raimondo, who taught me a powerful technique that enabled me to literally change overnight from being stressed and unhappy to designing a powerful new way and a powerful new model for thinking about my life. So I studied with them, and I've used this process with hundreds of my clients. And I've just written a book about it, and it's soon to be released, and I keep on getting asked in a nutshell, what is the essence of the book? So I was talking with someone the other day and distilled the essence of the book into one key principle that I want to share with you. But before I do, let me tell you how it all kind of came about. So I just finished running the Global Women's Leadership Summit with over 6,000 participants and 60 world-class presenters, including Cherie Blair and Marianne Williamson and John Gray, just to name a few. And 12 months I'm working around the clock, sleepless nights. The summit left me feeling exhausted, and actually I was feeling quite down and depressed. And it dawned on me suddenly that I've been researching and listening to all of the top leadership gurus in the world, and yet I was still hearing the same old self-help message that was driving me crazy. And this is the notion that you have to do or be someone special, you have to follow a certain formula or have certain success habits and emulate the so-called gurus. And I don't believe that. I believe it's time for a new message, one that says there's nothing wrong with you to fix. You're already good enough. You already have enough. Just as the oak tree came from the acorn, you've got all you need within you, and perhaps all you need is the key to unlock what you've already got. So I sought solace in the writings of the late Anthony DeMello, a Jesuit spiritual advisor. His work was so controversial it was banned by the church, and he kind of mysteriously died at 56 years of age. Anyway, he tells the story of a man who found a still warm eagle's egg and put it in the nest of a barnyard hen. So the eaglet hatched and grew up thinking it was a barnyard chicken. And it did what the barnyard chickens did. It scratched the earth for worms and insects. It clucked and it cackled and thrashed its wings and would fly a few feet into the air. But one day it saw a magnificent bird flying high above it in the cloudless sky. And the old eagle looked up in awe, and "Who's that?" he said. That's the eagle, the king of the birds, said his neighbour. He belongs to the sky, but we belong to the earth because we're chickens. So the eagle lived and died a chicken, for that's what he thought he was. You know, that story moved me really powerfully as it felt like my own life. And it inspired me to tell my own story. So I used the symbols of the barnyard to represent the caged, inauthentic life I was stuck in, and many of my clients are stuck in, and the eagle to represent the greatness and the freedom that we all have. So the key distinction I want to make is this, and this is the essence of the book, that your stuckness in life is matched to the way your life occurs or shows up for you. So for example, if you see yourself stuck in a barnyard, then all of your feelings and all of your actions will correlate, and that becomes your barrier. It doesn't matter what you want or what you're trying to attract into your life, you're stuck by the context of the barnyard. However, if you see yourself as being free, then your feelings and your actions will match. So all of your feelings and your actions is a perfect match for how you see the situation. It's got nothing to do with what you want or what you know. So the big question is there a way to change the way you see things that provides for lasting positive change? And the answer is yes. There's a very simple process I use with my clients to enable them to build a powerful new way of seeing their life in the future, so that they've got lasting positive feelings of happiness and success, and their actions are re-energized to produce extraordinary new levels of performance. So if you feel like you're stuck in a cage, you know there's something greater within you, then what I want to do is offer you a complimentary consulting session with me at no charge to come up with a custom life strategy plan. And during the session, we'll use the process I've learned to apply in my own life to discover where you want to be in the future, what your current situation is, and what your barriers are to getting there. And you'll end up with a much clearer vision, see new possibilities, and identify faster ways to get there. Okay, so why am I doing this free session? Because I really enjoy working with accomplished people, helping them succeed, and using all of my life skills in business, counselling, coaching, leadership development. I've raised a family, spent 30 years in marriage. And of course, the other reason is that if you like what I do, then you might decide to be a client so we can implement the plan we create together. However, in saying that, I can only work with a few people at a time as I work one-on-one with my clients. And so I know you'll most benefit if you've got significant challenges personally and professionally. You're juggling multiple priorities that conflict between your professional and your personal life. And you've got a challenging senior career or business, and you employ and manage staff, and you're really committed to resolving your issue. You just recognise that you need some kind of help and support to help you along the way. So if this sounds like you, then click the link, fill out the questionnaire, so I'm best prepared to help with your situation when we meet. Thank you very much for listening, and I really look forward to talking to you.